Hello everybody, it's story time with Mrs. Tagg. Today we're going to do the letter X. Do you know how hard it is to find an animal that starts with the letter X? Well, I found one. It is an X-ray fish. Yes, there are fish that are X-ray fish. Here's this craft that you are going to make. I do not have all the bags together yet, but I will. And it's kind of a fish that you can see its bones. Have any of you guys ever had an X-ray done before? Maybe you fell off the couch or you fell off down the stairs, because unfortunately that happens, and you broke a bone, or you know somebody who broke a bone. Well, bones are hiding underneath your skin. You can't see them. So for a doctor or for somebody to see if your bone is broken, they need to take an X-ray with a special machine that can just see your bones. Well, that X-ray fish, you can see his bones anyways. So maybe you can have your family help you Google it on the computer what an X-ray fish really looks like, because my X-ray fish for your craft is not going to be what an X-ray fish looks like. And the story I have today for you is actually about a skeleton, because your X-ray helps you see your skeleton. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. And Annie and Cooper are super excited to get going. Hi, Mrs. Tagg. Yes, Annie. Do I have any bones in me? You want to know the truth? No, not really. Cooper, how about you? Moo. Hey, if these guys were real, they would have bones in them. But don't tell them, because they're not real. They're just our pretend, make believe. What's that, Mrs. Tagg? Oh, never mind, Annie. It's okay. Moo. Here we go. Let's sing our song. The more we get together. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Oh, the more we get together, together, together. Oh, the more we get together, moo, 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 moo. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. I see Colin and Alethea and Emily and Eli and Maeve and Zoe and Lauren and Tessa and Levi and Liz and Liv and Jameson and Lily and Teddy and Madeline and Cooper and Jacoby and Allie and Joshua and James. I see Katie, Miss Katie. I see the mommies and the daddies and the grandmas and the babies and anybody who loves you, who's sitting with you. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, thanks, Mrs. Tagg. You're welcome. You guys got to go on the ground now, because we need to read Dr. Seuss's ABC book. What letter are we going to stop on today? Letter X. You can make an X with your fingers just like that. It's a diagonal line down and another diagonal line down, and they meet in the middle. So here we go. Dr. Seuss's ABC. Dr. Seuss is the author of this story, and he's also the illustrator. He likes to make funny little characters. This time, let's sing the ABCs. They're kind of fun to sing. Help me sing them. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Aren't you very happy with me? I just learned that. Another friend told me how to sing it differently, because you do feel happy with yourself when you can sing or say your ABCs. Aunt Allie's alligator. A, A, A. A is a vowel. He says 2 sounds. His long sound says his name, A, and his short sound says A. Big B, little b, what begins with B? Barber baby bubbles on a bumblebee. And the B sound says b, b, b. Big C, little c, what begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. C, C, C. C says two sounds. It says a soft sound, S, and his hard sound says K, K, K. Big D, little d, David Donald do, dreamed a dozen donuts and a duck dog too. And the D sound says D, D, D. A, B, C, D, E. Ear, egg, elephant, E, E, E. E is a vowel. He says two sounds. His long sound is his name, E. His short sound is ah, ah, like elephant. Big F, little f, 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 F. Four fluffy feathers on a fiffer, feffer, feff. And the sound that F says is, you kind of put your teeth over your bottom lip and say, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Goat, girl, goo goo goggles. G, G, G. The sound of G is two sounds. The soft sound is J, J. And his hard sound for G is G, G, G. Kind of like you're gulping a glass of milk. Go. Big H, little h, hungry horse, hay. Hen in a hat, hooray, hooray. And the sound that H says is kind of like Hayden. I have a cousin who has a little girl named Hayden. Big I, little I, I. Ichabod is itchy, so am I. I is a vowel. It says two sounds. It says its name when it's long, I, and its short sound is if. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar on a jam, and jam begin that way. And the J sound is J, J. Big K, little k, kitten, kangaroo, kick a cattle kite in a king's car-ching. The sound of K is K, K, K. Big L, little lap, left leg, lazy lion licks a lollipop. And the sound that L says is ooh. Big M, little m, many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight, mighty nice. Is the sound that M says. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties and a nightshirt and a nose. Remember, every letter has a sound. You can know that that's a letter N, but we have to know that his sound is N in order to be able to read the words. We have to know the letter sounds. O is very useful. You use it when you say, Oscar's only ostrich oiled an orange owl today. And this O is a vowel. He says two sounds. His long sound is O when he says his name, and his short sound is ah, like an octopus. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Painting pink pajamas, policeman in a pail. Peter Piper's puppy, and now Papa's in the pail. Funny place for Papa to be, but the P sound for the letter P is p, p, p. Kind of like you're popping a balloon. P, p, p. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy in her quacking quackaroo. She has what kind of looks like a duck, but it's a Dr. Seuss's version. He says quack, quack, but Q actually says quack, quack. That's his sound, not a duck quack, quack. Big R, little r, Rosie Robin Ross. Rosie's going riding on her red rhinoceros. And the sound that R says is Big S, little s, silly Sammy Slick. Sipped 6 sodas and got sick. Ugh. If you drank 6 sodas, you wouldn't get sick. But the sound that the letter S says is S. T, 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 T. What begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle, tuttle tree. The sound that T says is T, T, T. Big U, little u. What begins with U? Uncle Ub's umbrella and his underwear too. Oops. And the U sound is a vowel. U is a vowel and he has two sounds. His long sound is U when he says his name. His short sound is like umbrella. Big V, little b. Vera Violet Vin is very, very awful on her violin. And the sound that V says is WWW. Willie Waterloo washes Warren Wiggles in his washing Waldo Woo. And the sound that W says is wah, wah, wah. Here's our letter, the letter X. X is very useful. If your name is Nixie Knox, it also comes in handy spelling axe in extra fox. Again, there really aren't very many words that start with the letter X all by itself. So sometimes when we talk about the letter X, we talk about the sound that it makes at the end of the word, like in the word fox, or in the word socks, or box. It is the X sound, so it's a X sound. I always want to say it's kind of like you're going scratching something. So there's the Dr. Seuss.
Hi everyone, Mrs. Tagg asked me to be a guest reader today, so we are going to go through the book called Give Me Back My Bones, which is written by Kim Norman and illustrated, which means the pictures are made by Bob Kohler. So this is actually one of our Vox books, which if you ever want to hear a story read to you and you don't have a family member nearby, you can always come and check these out from the library. There's just some buttons you can push to play the story for you, and you can read along and as they read it to you. So it's called Give Me Back My Bones. A stormy night has passed here and toppled every mast here. The ocean, flowing fast here, has scattered all my bones. Help me find my head bone, my pillowed on the bed bone, the pirate's flag of dread bone. I'm scouting out my skull. Now I need my gnaw bone, my chicken chomping saw bone. I'll starve without my jawbone. I miss my mandible. Collar me a collarbone, the way down where I swaller bone, a handy parrot hauler bone. I claim my clavicle. Give me back my breastbone, the center of my chest bone, the hold my ribs the best bone. Return my sturdy sternum. Who can spot my shoulder blade, my shrugging jacket holder blade, my shiver when I'm colder blade? Oh, scapula, come back. Find my upper arm bone, the shield my face from harm bone, that armpit of alarm bone. I hanker for my humerus. Don't forget my forearms, those twisty, wristy chore arms. I'll jingle jangle more charms on radius and ulna. I'm grasping for some hand bones, my wave ahoy to land bones, or dig a hole in sand bones. I miss my metacarpals. And still I lack my backbones, my holla-heavy sack bones, my strung up in a stack bones. Return my vertebrae. Next, I need two thigh bones, those top of leggy high bones, my strapping, slapping, spry bones. Has someone seen my femurs? I'm sunk without my swim pins, my peg leg popping slim pins, those gangplank walking shin twins called tibia and fibula. Tickle out my toe bones, the piggies in a row bones, my leather booted low bones. I miss my fair phalanges. At last I've got my lost bones, no longer skull and crossed bones, my milky ocean tossed bones, avast! I need a ship. Now cast a spyglass round here, while breakers curl and pound here. There's treasure to be found here, I feel it in my bones. The end.